let's unravel the story of a king who did everything right, but made one fatal mistake that cost him everything. You know that feeling when you miss an important call? You think it's just spam, but later you find out it was a life-changing opportunity? It's a horrible feeling. Well, for one ancient king, a misunderstanding just like that didn't just cost him a chance, it cost him his life. And this is where the mystery really begins. See, on one hand, King Josiah was given a promise. He would die in peace. But the reality? He was killed violently in a battle he had no business fighting. So how on earth did that happen? To get it, you gotta understand the man himself. Now, Josiah wasn't just some random king. He was one of the greats, a ruler who, by literally every measure, was doing everything right. He took over a kingdom that was a complete mess, thanks to his father and grandfather. But Josiah, he was totally different. He flipped the script and dedicated his entire being, heart, soul, and strength to getting his nation back on track with God. And he wasn't messing around either. I mean, look at this list. He didn't just make a few small tweaks. He went all in, tearing down idols, rebuilding the sacred temple, bringing back the rule of law, and topping it all off by throwing the biggest, most incredible Passover celebration in the nation's history. This guy was the real deal. His dedication was so complete, he was known as the king who made God happy. So you think this is the guy who's guaranteed a happy ending, right? He had the promise of a peaceful death, which makes what happens next so utterly shocking. Suddenly, the story shifts. We go from this peaceful, reformed kingdom to the edge of a battlefield. And this is where the test comes, from the last place anyone would ever expect. So, you have to picture the scene. The whole region is a powder keg. Judah is this small kingdom, kind of squeezed between these massive empires. Josiah, being a smart king, is constantly praying for protection. And then, as if on cue, here comes Pharaoh Necho of Egypt, marching his army right through Josiah's backyard. So Josiah rides out to confront him, and Necho sends him this just wild message. The Pharaoh of Egypt, a foreigner, a guy who worships other gods, tells Josiah to stand down because he is on a mission from Josiah's own God. I mean, can you even imagine the dilemma? Put yourself in his position. Do you actually believe this message from God delivered by your enemy who's got an army at your doorstep? Or do you trust your gut and defend your land? What would you do? This is it. This is the moment where everything goes wrong, where a righteous king, using his own best judgment, makes a choice that seals his fate. You can almost see the gears turning in his head. On one side, it's simple. Necho is the enemy. This whole thing feels like a trap. It seems crazy to trust him. But on the other side, the message says it's from God. And here's the kicker, Josiah had been praying about this exact thing. What if it's real? Ignoring a command from God is the worst thing he could possibly do. It's a terrible irony. His own deep faith created a blind spot. He just couldn't see past the messenger. He made his call, he ignored the warning, he even put on a disguise. Maybe a part of him knew he was making a mistake, and he went to fight anyway. And the outcome was as fast as it was tragic. He left behind a lesson that's still so relevant today, a lesson about the terrible cost of a closed mind. In the battle, it happened. Just like the warning said it would. Archers shot King Josiah, and he died. The promise was broken. And his death wasn't just a personal tragedy, it was a national disaster. The entire country mourned him. His loss cut so deep that they wrote songs about it that were sung for generations. It was a scar that never really healed. So when you boil it all down, the crucial point is this. Josiah was a good man, a faithful man, but he had a fatal blind spot. He was looking for God to speak, but he just couldn't accept that the message might come in a package he didn't recognize, from the mouth of an enemy king. Josiah's story is such a powerful cautionary tale about how we listen. If you found this explainer as intriguing as stories that really make you think, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And that leaves us with one last really challenging question, not for a king, but for all of us. Whose message might you be ignoring right now simply because you don't like who's delivering it?